You know what we should talk about? How Jack Welch broke capitalism. Okay, but look, before you freak out, no, I'm not anti-capitalist. I'm just saying that capitalism that we were taught to worship isn't the one that we were promised. So when capitalism was first imagined, and I'm talking like way back, Thomas Jefferson, Ben Franklin, Adam Smith era stuff, the picture was really simple. Imagine I'm a baker and you're a neighbor. I bake the bread, you buy the bread. Pretty simple. And if I make good bread, like really good bread, like soft on the inside, crusty on the outside, smells like heaven, you come back. You buy more bread. And if someone else figures out how to bake bread that's cheaper, fresher, tastes better, awesome. They're going to win the dollar. So what do I do as a baker? I'm going to learn, I'm going to improve, and I'm going to compete with you. That's called the invisible hand of capitalism. It's real people making real things for other real people because everyone wins, because that value flows both directions. I profit, you eat. The problem is somewhere between that neighborhood bakery and the boardroom, we changed the recipe. Jack Welch came along and told a generation of executives that capitalism's purpose wasn't better bread, it was better margins. So suddenly we stopped competing to make bread people loved, and instead we started competing to make spreadsheets that investors loved. And if you're Jack Welch, like you lay off 1,000 bakers, your stock price goes up. You cut the ingredients, share prices go through the roof, and Wall Street calls that good business. The thing is, you can't build a healthy marketplace by burning the bakery down to impress an accountant. Look, the original idea of capitalism was a really simple, really beautiful leap. You create, you serve, you profit, you reinvest, you improve. Like that's it. But Welch-style capitalism snapped that leap. It turned it into an elevator. Like value only goes up. So now bakers can barely afford the bread they make. Communities lose the smell of the ovens. And customers aren't choosing between better loaves. They're literally choosing, in some cases, identical brands owned by the same conglomerate. Look, that's not free market competition. That's consolidation with a PR team. So here's what I think capitalism was supposed to taste like. A business should be able to feed the people who make it. It should nourish the employees, the families, the communities. And when you pay fairly, when you train people, when you give them a reason to take pride in their craft, they bake better bread. And I mean that literally and metaphorically. And if one day that baker decides to leave and start their own shop and makes an even better loaf, awesome. That's literally the system working as intended because competition makes everyone rise. But to do that, it takes leaders who care more than just optics, who measure success not just in profit, but in the lives improved around them. Because look, capitalism doesn't have to be cold. It can be generous and it can be human.